Hello, Tim and Sarah. How are you?
Hi, great. How are you?
Good, good, good. Congratulations on Surreal Estate Season 2, which is ongoing right now. I think there's still a few episodes left before Season 2 finale. Confession time. Prior to this show, I was a huge, huge fan of both Twyla and Doc Holliday, so I'm geeking out right now. let me let me let me start by asking you, Tim. Uh, do you miss rocking that mustache, and do you think Luke Roman would look even more handsome with a mustache on?
That mustache almost cost me the part of Luke Roman, Grandma. So I'm happy that the mustache went away um, for Luke. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that my facial hair kind of lets me play different characters. So I'm super happy about that. I did love playing the cowboy. I didn't love having the mustache in real life. So playing Luke is kind of a bonus for when I'm walking around the shopping mall. Um, when I'm not working, and I get to look pretty good on set. So yeah.
Awesome. And Sarah, do you think Susan and Twyla would make best friends, or is Susan too intense for Twyla?
Gosh, that is such a good question. I think they would find some common ground. I think they would find some common ground. I think Susan would be quite intense for Twyla and her speed. She doesn't necessarily care so much about her career. She just wants to be happy. But I do think that they would find some common ground.
Let me ask you both. If you guys were not actors, what other occupation would you see yourself doing? And is working as a real estate agent something that ever crossed your mind?
A real estate agent has never crossed my mind, although I have been watching Selling Sunset, and then it did cross my mind. What would I do? You know what? I probably um something in music. I think I would do composing or something like that. I don't know.
I can see yourself as that. I can see yourself. And Tim?
Um, hmm. I don't when I used to work with special needs kids. I did that for a long time, and I was even a counselor with the YMCA for special need kids. Uh, Going back, I think maybe I would continue that path and maybe become a teacher or something. Um, yeah,
But not real
maybe.
estate agent. Got it.
No, definitely not real estate agent. No, I don't think I'd be good enough to sell anybody. Or music too. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
play,
Definitely.
play bass guitar in a band. That sounds fun.
Now, Sarah, I love Susan Ireland. What a character. What a saleswoman. Obviously, she quote unquote quit, but not really. And we, the fans, miss her. How do you feel about the progression of Susan in this new season? Does it feel like a much needed break for you? Or is this one of those cases where you tell the fans, just hang on, wait and see, the best is yet to come? What can we look forward to seeing?
I think it's hang on, wait and see. The best is yet to come. I think that I think she was on such a mission in season one and going into season two. I don't think anyone would have sort of predicted the turn that her story took in season two, but it then takes another turn in the next few episodes, which were my favorite to shoot out of this season because it gets real fun, and I we all get to work all together in the same room a lot in the last few episodes, it feels like. So I'm excited for that too.
Yeah, I've seen those episodes, but no spoilers, of course, for now. And Tim, obviously, early on, Luke Roman was dealing with whether or not he still had his abilities, and now this whole thing with his mom is occupying his head again. What do you think is Luke's North Star? Meaning, what is it that keeps him from having a meltdown from everything on his plate? And along that line, what can we, the fans, anticipate from these next few episodes from Luke?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I always said it was his compass. I said his compass is broken in season two, so he doesn't know where he's going. So I think it was so obvious in season one that his North Star was his father. And that's we'd kind of end the episodes with that's who he'd go and talk to. And he doesn't have that. And I think he tries to find that maybe with his mother, but it's just not the same. But the way the seasons kind of played out, I think the North Star might be Susan. And yeah, it's crazy. I think I think that's why he's so broken. He's got to make amends with Susan.
Awesome. Great answer. Obviously, this show is filled with all kinds of creatures and monsters and ghouls and ghosts and visual effects. By the way, I love both your powers, telekinetic and telepathy, or cryokinetic. What was the episode that was the most fun for you guys to do acting wise in terms of creatures, monsters, ghosts, and visual effects?
I mean, obviously, I don't get into spoilers, but yeah, the ending ones were funner because we were all together, because we were all kind of by ourselves this season a lot. I was alone a lot too, doing different stuff. But the episode with the two neighbors fighting was really fun to do. It was ridiculous. Those actors were a blast, and
So much fun to
nothing makes
watch.
me. And nothing makes me happier than knowing the actors that come to our set are having a blast.
Wow.
Like, they just love being there. They love their characters. They have well-written, well-rounded characters. They get to play with each other, play off us, and it was really fun, that episode. It was fun.
Yeah, gosh. I mean, there are so many episodes. I'm like scrolling through all the episodes. Definitely the ones coming up, I think I particularly had a blast with. And the audience will see why as those episodes come up. But I think one of the most memorable for me was I think it was the third episode of the first season, where Zoe and Susan were in this house by the sea, and you really get to see her powers and feel all of that. And that was that we shot in this incredible house, literally on a cliff, and we were on a cliff and a thing. It was one of the ones that really stood out.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites as well. So I take it each of you guys are homeowners, right? Tim and Sarah, each of you have your own house or so. And so what is your advice for potential homeowners out there? What are your pro tips for would-be home buyers?
Oh my gosh. Get the history of the house, I guess.
Make sure it's not haunted.
The truth about any prior deaths.
I would say for today's market, everybody should just play the lottery, because down payments are astronomical.
Yeah.
Wait for the bubble to burst. It has to, please.
Now, season 3, is it happening? Has that been decided yet?
Well, there's got to be somebody we can figure out who has the answer to that. There has to be. Someone knows. Someone somewhere knows whether the show is going or not.
Hopeful?
Yeah, I wish I knew. I never know. Sometimes people think that I know things, but I don't.
We all think Tim knows things.
I don't. I really don't. I never know anything. I hope so. Season 2 is better than season 1, and season 1 was really good. And people really seem to like it. And nothing would make me happier than going back and doing more. I know that much. That's all I could hope for. I'd love to. Sign me up.
I love this show, and I love all the Ghostbusters references as well. And so, all right, for my fans at home, go watch the Real Estate series, currently season 2, only on Syfy channel. Tim and Sarah, thank you for talking to me, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.